Hey everyone, welcome to our GetAweSummer Kit Week 1 video, and today I have an incredibly special guest, and his name is Byron. Everyone give it up for Byron. Yeah, we heard you, we did. And today is a really cool talk. We're talking through Acts for the next 6 weeks, and this kit specifically, we're talking through Acts chapter 9, verse 1 through 9. So I'm going to kind of sum this up, but you know this story, right, Byron?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, right? So what happens is there's this guy named Saul, and he's on his way to murder Christians, right? And he's the last person that anyone would think would be a follower of Jesus, because he's literally doing the opposite of what Jesus calls us to do, right? And in that one part of the chapter, as he's walking down this road to a place called Damascus, God basically knocks him down on the floor, makes him go blind, and right there, Saul's life completely changed. And it's just a really radical way that God was trying to get Saul's attention to follow him and to seek him. And we're going to be talking more about what happened after that. But what I want to focus on is just how God gets our attention. In this case, not everybody is going to God's not going to try to get someone's attention by knocking them down on the floor and making them blind. But Byron, I want to ask you, and hopefully this can be relatable to some other students, but how did God get your attention in your life?
So, I think more recently in modern society, we're all glued to our phones and we're all glued to technology and things like that. I think God will get our attention through some of the entertainment mediums that we use. That's how he got mine, speaking to me about love and unity and creating an environment that's safe for everybody, that everybody can feel included through games, through music. I love music, absolutely. Through even TV shows, which are really interesting, just speaking on themes of love and unity. That's how God caught my ear and got my attention,
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, like I said before, that's not God, throwing fire or a lightning bolt down at you. There are these just little things, and my story is similar, where when I look back, I can see the puzzle piece of my life kind of getting put together, and I can look back and think, oh, God was trying to get my attention there, and God was trying to get my attention there. But in the moment, sometimes it's hard to realize, God's trying to get our attention in the littlest things, whether it's a song, whether it's a game, whether it's from a person. That's usually how it works in my life. I'm like, oh man, that person, God was using that person the whole time, and so there's so many different ways that God tries to get your attention ultimately so that we can follow him and glorify him.
And the awesome thing about God being so subtle to most of us is that over time, as you look back like Tom does and you realize, oh my gosh, he was trying to get to me, you kind of tune your ears to that. You can become more familiar with it over time. And so over time you can realize that's God talking to me, that's God talking to me. That's how you get closer to it. It's incredible.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, and just for a reminder, we want this story in Acts and about Saul, who, like I said, spoiler alert, conforms into the name of Paul. We want this story to come to life, and just because God doesn't strike us down like that to get our attention, he's trying to get our attention every day. And even when we don't pay attention, Byron, do you think that God's going to try to stop getting our attention?
Oh, no, not at all. I've spent many years being pretty dense to God's messages, but over time, like I said, you hear him more and more, and at this point, if he hasn't stopped, I don't see why he would. So I don't think he's going to stop for anybody. You're never too far gone to hear God's voice, see God's messages in all things. So. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I pray that as God's trying to get our attention and trying to get your attention in life, that we will pause to listen to that still small voice and that personal voice, because God wants to be in relationship with you, and that's why he tries to get our attention. So, Byron, thank you so much, man, for being here. Are we allowed to? I almost, last time we tried to shake our hands and we're like, this isn't right, but That's it. Hey guys, well, we're continuing to pray for you, and we're excited on what's coming next in this story in the next couple of weeks. So we love you, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.